Have you ever been editing and realized that you've accidentally edited the wrong section? Today I'm going to answer a user's question about that and share some different ways that we can approach it. What's happening, Hindenburgers? I'm Brian Ensminger. I'm a podcaster and a podcast editor, and I want to see you be successful with your podcast. If you'd like to make sure that you don't miss any future videos, go ahead and subscribe using that subscribe button right now. And if you'd like to find more great stuff like this, as well as my podcast, visit toptieraudio.com. The question that I have today came in from a user of our Facebook Hindenburg users group. If you're a Hindenburg user, you can find us at hindyusers.com. That'll redirect you to Facebook. You can hit the apply button or the join button, answer a couple of questions, and we'll take it from there. I'm going to go ahead and read the question, explain what's going on, and then I'll share 3 different ways that you can approach this. So here's the question. How do you remove in and out points? I often accidentally or purposefully select a region adding in and out points, but then I want to split the track or make another edit that ends up affecting the selected region rather than the selected track at the playhead. How can I remove the in and out or deselect a region? So that's the question. I'm going to go ahead and move my notes over and show my desktop, and we will talk about exactly what's going on. So I have a session open in front of me in Hindenburg. This is an episode of my podcast what the content is doesn't really matter at this point. But what they were talking about is if you've selected a region, let's say you wanted to edit something, and then later you change your mind and you go, let's say you hit the play button and the playhead moves up to here and you go, oh wait, I would like to break this here, right? So I hit the split button, which you would think would split at the playhead, but as you see, it's actually going to split where the in and out points were. Go ahead and undo that. So that's what we're talking about here when we say that we've got a selected region and it's editing that rather than what we'd like it to do, okay? So 3 different ways that we can approach this. The first one, if you want to make sure that it deselects that, is click a different region. You can see now that it's deselected that. And so if I do a split, it will split right at the playhead. Okay, so that's option number 1. Works perfectly fine. Option number 2 is to double click the region. See how it deselected that? So now if we move something over here, we will split exactly where we wanted it to be. Okay. Option number 3, super simple way. I didn't even think about this one, although I've done it, but a couple of other users piped in and said, hey, this is probably the easiest way. Hitting the escape key is the keyboard shortcut to do the very same thing. So all 3 of those are ways that you can very easily deselect a region if you've created that selection and you want to make sure that you don't accidentally edit the same thing. If you found this to be valuable, I'd ask that you take a second and just give this a thumbs up and then think of some other person who uses Hindenburg who might benefit from this. If you have a question or you'd like to connect with me or you've got a topic that you'd like to see covered, make sure that you visit toptieraudio.com. That's the place for all of that, as well as if you'd like to set up a consultation or talk to me about editing your podcast. All of that is at toptieraudio.com. Thanks so much for watching. Now go out there and make a great podcast.